Welcome to your personalized exploration into the world of Forex trading infrastructure. You sent over some info specifically about the AFFMaven podcast series and an article comparing QuantVPS and Ninja Mobile Trader for, well, Forex VPS in 2025, especially for scalping.
That's right. And our mission today is really to unpack that comparison. We want to pull out the key insights from looking at QuantVPS versus Ninja Mobile Trader, these two pretty prominent Forex VPS providers.
Yeah.
The goal is to help you understand what's actually crucial for efficient Forex trading, especially if you're thinking about scalping or maybe using automated strategies.
Right. So let's break it down. We'll dig into why a Forex VPS is seen as so essential these days.
Mm-hmm.
And then, get into the specifics, features, performance, the pros and cons of QuantVPS versus Ninja Mobile Trader.
Exactly. So by the end, you should have a much better handle on what might be the best fit for optimizing your own trading setup.
Sounds good. So the article kicks off by stressing the importance of a VPS.
It really does. It uses this pretty vivid analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Says trading without a VPS is like, well, bringing a bicycle to a Lamborghini race.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bit dramatic maybe, but it makes the point.
It definitely gets your attention. Yeah.
So what makes a VPS the Lamborghini in this scenario? What are the key advantages?
Okay, so the article highlights three main things. First up, lightning fast execution.
Okay.
They're talking about potentially cutting latency down to under 1 millisecond.
Under one mies. Wow.
Yeah. And for strategies like scalping, where you're in and out super quick, that tiny fraction of a second, it can literally be the difference between profit and loss. It combats slippage.
Right. Slippage can kill those tiny profits.
Yeah.
So how does a VPS achieve that kind of speed? Is it just magic?
Not quite magic. It's mostly about location and good hardware. Basically, you host your trading platform on a server that's physically really close to your broker's servers.
Proximity.
Exactly. And close to the major financial data centers, too. It drastically cuts down the travel time for your trade orders, like having your trading set up right next door to the exchange.
Makes sense. Shorter distance, faster signal. Okay. What's the second big benefit?
Second one is 24/7 uptime. Super important if you're using automated strategies like expert advisors or EAs.
Right, those trading bots.
Mm-hmm. A VPS lets them run continuously around the clock. Doesn't matter if your home internet drops or your computer decides to update and restart.
Okay, so your strategy keeps running no matter what's happening at your end.
Precisely. You don't miss opportunities just because you're asleep or, your cat walked across the keyboard. It's like a dedicated trading machine that never sleeps.
That definitely sounds valuable. Peace of mind, too. And the third point.
The third key benefit is stability. A VPS offers a really stable, consistent computing environment.
More reliable than my laptop, probably.
Well, yeah, it protects your trading from random software glitches, system crashes, or just your home Wi-Fi slowing down at the worst possible moment. You really don't want that stuff interfering with a live trade.
Absolutely not. Okay, so the case for using a VPS is pretty clear. Speed, uptime, stability. Now let's get into the contenders. QuantVPS and Ninja Mobile Trader. The article calls QuantVPS a futures VPS beast and a Forex VPS powerhouse. Sounds serious.
Yeah, they definitely position themselves around performance and reliability. One key thing is their server locations, Chicago and New York.
Okay, major financial hubs.
Right. Not random choices. They're close to where a lot of the brokers and exchanges have their servers. That physical proximity is a big part of hitting those low latency numbers we talked about.
Location again. What about the actual tech specs, the hardware?
The article lists some pretty beefy specs. We're talking options with up to 24 AMD EPYC CPU cores.
24 cores, wow.
Yeah, up to 64 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and importantly, fast NVMe SSD storage up to 500 megabits. These are serious components, suggesting they're built to handle, heavy-duty trading, running multiple things at once.
Impressive specs. And the latency figure they quote.
They mention a range of 0.7 milliseconds up to 1 millisecond.
So potentially even faster than the 1Vsys baseline?
Potentially, yeah. And that's not just the location, it's also those fast NVMe drives helping access data really quickly. Almost instant data delivery for your platform.
Got it. And reliability, what about uptime guarantees?
They promise 100% uptime, which is kind of table stakes for a premium service. But what's really interesting is they specifically mention including automatic backups.
Oh, backups are huge.
Definitely. That adds a big layer of safety for your setup, your configurations, your EAs.
Good point. And if something does go wrong or you just need help setting up, what's their support like?
They offer 204/7 support, and through multiple ways: live chat, email, even phone. The article actually mentions they have a good Trustpilot rating, like 4.8 out of 5, with people praising their quick response times.
Live chat is usually a plus for quick questions.
For sure. Knowing help is there quickly is, well, reassuring.
Okay, so power, reliability, support. What's the damage? How's the pricing?
They seem pretty transparent with tiered plans. The starting point, VPS Lite, is $49 a month. That gets you 4 cores, 4 gigs of RAM, and 80 gigs of SSD space.
$49, okay.
And then it scales up from there. Pro, Ultra, even a dedicated server option for really heavy users, going up to like $299 a month for the top tier.
And users seem happy, especially scalpers.
Yeah, the feedback mentioned is positive, particularly around improved execution speeds for bots. Plus, the article points out an AFFMaven reader deal, 20% off lifetime with code AFF20.
20% off $49 makes it even more competitive.
Definitely sweetens the deal. Okay, so that's QuantVPS. Now let's switch gears to Ninja Mobile Trader. The article calls them a mobile-friendly 4x VPS contender.
Mobile-friendly. So their focus is different.
It seems so. They appear to be targeting traders who really value managing their trades remotely, maybe primarily using phones or tablets.
Interesting angle. Do they still support the standard desktop platforms?
Oh yeah, they support MT4, MT5, the usual suspects, but their emphasis seems geared towards making that mobile or remote experience really smooth.
Gotcha. What about their infrastructure, server locations, hardware? How do they compare?
They also have servers in Chicago and New York, but interestingly, they offer London as well, though it might be on request. That's a plus for traders focusing on the European session.
London could be useful, yeah. And hardware.
They use AMD Ryzen cores, up to 16 of them. RAM goes up to 32 GB, and NVMe storage up to 400 GB.
So still pretty capable specs. Maybe not quite the absolute top end of QuantVPS's highest tier, but decent.
Right. Solid specs. For latency, they quote 1 millisecond from the CME in Chicago.
Yeah. Okay, 1 mils. Still very fast, especially if your broker is near the CME.
Exactly. It's definitely in the competitive range. Uptime. They also claim 100% and mention automatic DDoS protection.
DDoS protection is good, stops malicious attacks. What about their support system?
Theirs is a 247 ticket-based system. The article says it's effective, but, maybe not as immediate as having a live chat option available.
Right. Tickets can sometimes mean waiting a bit longer for a response, especially if it's urgent.
Could be, yeah. Now, pricing for Ninja Mobile Trader is a bit less clear.
Not listed publicly.
Apparently not as transparently. The article gives estimates kind of based on competitors. It suggests their entry-level plan, the small one, might be around $59 a month.
So potentially starting a bit higher than QuantVPS and maybe with fewer resources at that entry level.
That seems to be the estimation, yeah. Maybe 2 cores, 3.5 gigs RAM, 50 gigs SSD for that $59.
Okay. And user feedback, no Trustpilot score mentioned.
No Trustpilot score in the article, but it does say they get positive mentions on forums like 4X Factory. People seem to like the mobile app integration and find the service reliable, which fits their mobile-friendly focus.
Okay, good overview of both.
Yeah.
Now, the big comparison. Let's put them head-to-head, starting with price.
QuantVPS seems to take the lead here, based on the info. Lower starting price at $49 versus the estimated $59, plus that 20% discount potential.
Right, makes sense. Now, hardware, especially for automation traders running multiple EAs or platforms.
Here, the article gives QuantVPS a definite edge, particularly in the mid-tier plans.
Why is that? More cores, more RAM.
Both, actually. Their VPS Pro plan has 8 EPYC cores compared to an estimated 3 Ryzen cores for a similar Ninja Mobile Trader plan, and double the RAM 16 GB versus maybe 8 GB.
Okay, that's a significant difference if you're running multiple things.
Huge difference. More EAs, more MT4 instances, they all eat up CPU and RAM. Plus, QuantVPS uses faster PCIe 4.0 storage, whereas Ninja Mobile Trader likely uses PCIe 3.0. Faster storage means, snappier platform performance overall.
Got it. So for heavy automation, QuantVPS looks stronger under the hood. What about latency for the scalpers again?
QuantVPS has that slight edge on paper, 0.7 meters to 1 meters versus Ninja Mobile Trader's 1 meters. It's tiny, but...
But for high-frequency trading, tiny differences add up. Less slippage, potentially.
Could be, yeah. Every little bit helps there.
And the network infrastructure supporting this.
The article liked that QuantVPS was open about using redundant Tier 1 carriers. It just gives a bit more confidence in the network's reliability, especially during, say, big news events when things get volatile. Ninja Mobile Trader's network must be good to hit 1 meters, but less detail was provided.
Okay. Server locations, we said that's a tie. Depends on your broker.
Right. Proximity is king there.
What about supported platforms? Any difference?
QuantVPS seems really geared towards the core Forex platforms, MT4, MT5, NinjaTrader, IBKR, and their higher RAM helps run more of them. Ninja Mobile Trader seems to support a broader range, including TradingView Desktop, CQG, stuff like that.
So, depends what tools you use. If you need TradingView Desktop VPS compatibility, Ninja Mobile might be the better look.
Could be. Now, uptime and reliability overall.
Both claim 100%, but you mentioned backups earlier.
Exactly. QuantVPS explicitly includes daily automatic backups. That's a major plus for reliability and just, disaster recovery. Ninja Mobile Trader didn't mention backups in the comparison.
That feels like a pretty big checkmark for QuantVPS support.
Again, QuantVPS seems to have the edge with 204/7 live chat alongside email and phone. That immediacy is valuable in trading. Ninja Mobile Trader's ticket system is fine, but maybe slower.
Okay. Ease of getting started, setting things up.
QuantVPS gets points for user-friendliness. One-click installers for MT4, MT5, a clean control panel, probably easier if you're not super technical.
And Ninja Mobile Trader.
Likely uses standard remote desktop. Functional, but maybe needs a bit more manual setup.
Security features. Always important.
QuantVPS lists a more comprehensive security suite. Hardware firewalls, intrusion detection, DDoS protection, AES 256 encryption, and those offsite backups. Ninja Mobile Trader mentions DDoS protection and a secure setup, but fewer specifics were given in the article.
Seems like QuantVPS is more detailed about their security layers. Finally, how do they handle market chaos, high volatility?
The report suggests QuantVPS maintains stability and low latency. Well, even during busy periods, likely thanks to that robust hardware and network. There was some indication Ninja Mobile Trader might see minor slowdowns, potentially linked to having fewer cores in some plans under heavy load.
Okay, that's a really thorough comparison. So boiling it down, what are the core strengths of each? QuantVPS first.
Okay, QuantVPS. Lower entry price, especially with the discount. Superior hardware for automation, more cores, more RAM, faster storage, slightly better latency figures, proven reliability with backups and good user ratings, and top-tier support with live chat. Ideal if you want cost-effective, high-performance automation, mainly on MT4, MT5.
Makes sense. And Ninja Mobile Trader's key strengths.
Their big things are the focus on mobile trading access, that broader platform support beyond just Forex staples, and having that London server option. Good fit if mobile management is key for you, or you use platforms like TradingView Desktop on your VPS, or need that London presence.
Got it. So putting it all together, what's the final verdict from the article?
The conclusion leans towards QuantVPS for most Forex traders. It just seems to offer a better overall package in terms of cost, performance, and those reliability features like backups and instant support.
So while Ninja Mobile Trader serves that mobile niche and broader platform user.
Yeah, for the general Forex trader, especially those automating or scalping, QuantVPS looks like the stronger value proposition based on this comparison. The higher estimated price and lack of backup info for Ninja Mobile Trader were seen as drawbacks.
Well, we've certainly taken a deep dive into QuantVPS and Ninja Mobile Trader here, really pulling apart the details from the information you provided.
Yeah, hopefully this discussion has really clarified the key things you need to think about when choosing a Forex VPS. It boils down to speed, reliability, and how it fits your specific trading style, scalping, bots, mobile access, whatever it is.
Absolutely. This whole area of trading infrastructure can seem complicated, but understanding these core bits, latency, uptime, hardware, can genuinely impact your trading results and, frankly, your peace of mind.
Definitely. So as you explore this further, you really need to weigh what matters most to you. Is it the absolute lowest price, maximum performance for complex strategies, being able to check things easily on your phone, platform compatibility? Those priorities will guide your choice.
Good advice. It's about matching the tool to your specific needs.
Exactly. And maybe here's something else to chew on. We focus a lot on the VPS itself, which is critical. But in this quest for speed and reliability, what other parts of your trading chain, maybe things you haven't thought much about, like your home network connection quality?